Well, Drink the Sea was much more of a personal, kind of like a headphone listening experience, you know, that was best experienced in the comfort of your own home or in your car. And after touring that record for a good solid 2 to 3 years, we kind of, I guess, try to take like the best lessons from that whole experience and keep the storytelling aspect of Drink the Sea, but try to tell a much grander and epic story that was going to translate better in a live environment. So I guess the main difference between the last one and this one is that this one is just much more epic. Yeah, we basically just caught her at the perfect moment when she was, you know, off in between tours from being on the Imagine Dragons tour and stuff. And yeah, we sent her the tune, or both of the tunes, and she actually tracked them in the back of the Imagine Dragons tour bus while her kid was asleep in, you know, kind of like the other bunk, and just through her like MacBook Pro laptop microphone, and she sent it back to us. And obviously the recording, sound quality wise, was like absolutely terrible. And Dan, like the lead singer from Imagine Dragons, right? Like he was like trying to be like, oh, you know, baby, let me help you like record this, you know, because I think he knew that the sound quality wasn't so hot, but she was like, no, I'm gonna do it myself. And yeah, like she sent it back, and it was like it sounded really bad, but the performance and the mojo, like we knew the magic was there. So
yeah, we had that version of that song with just the MacBook Pro laptop recording for like 3 months before we got into our studio, and I would listen to it over and over again. Actually, I actually started liking it after a while. But the rawness of her character and her attitude, like actually really came out and mixed so well with our songs that she nailed on the first try. We heard it and we're like, that's it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was funny too, because when we did that was just meant we were just like, we really liked the White Stripes, and we did it totally illegally in a sense. Like we didn't get permission from them or anything. We just went and downloaded the song and did our thing to it. And the way it all kind of came about, and eventually got, you know, they heard it and liked it and got permission from Jack to use it. So we kind of felt like we were getting away with robbery a little bit, because it was kind of like I could have gotten in trouble, I guess, in a sense, because it was like a bootleg remix. But yeah, after that, I think that song, in a way, we just felt like we didn't, it wasn't like some remixes we do are full transformation remixes, like when we remixed Daft Punk, we really just took one piece of the song and then built a whole new song around it, or even the same thing with our TV on the Radio remix. With that one, we just felt like that song is so perfect as it is, like you can't really mess with that song, so we just kind of sprinkled some of our Moj in there.
It was more of a cover, really, than a remix.
Like yeah, absolutely. But yeah, after that, because it's such like a iconic song, I think that was actually a lot of people's way into our catalog. It's awesome. I mean, it was funny too, because it was never part of our big game plan to do this, but we just kind of did it to release Drink the Sea. And at the end of the day, we have full creative control over everything that happens, which is great, because, you know, like we don't have to answer to anyone else. And this is, we feel like we kind of just get to do whatever the hell we want, which in another respect is like, because we don't have this huge major label machine behind us, it's very DIY. Our team is awesome and they work really hard, but our whole thing is like, everyone wears a lot of hats. We all do everything, you know, we record, mix, you know, we create our own live show, we work on our own merch, and we have our hands in videos and album cover design and all this stuff. So it's a lot of work, but we love every second of it, and we just get to make art with our friends. So we're just like, we're totally happy.
We're extremely grateful for all of our fans that, you know, care so much about us to get a tattoo or just to share their stories with us. And we try to make sure that we check everyone out and reply and, you know, be a part of their lives too, and not just like these guys that are untouchable. You know, we love interacting with our fans, and, you know, if someone gets a tattoo, we're always just like, wow, that's really cool, like, awesome, welcome to the team. You know, it's like, you know, you want to make them feel like what they did is, it means something to us as well. So
I think, well, one important thing to note is I think quote unquote EDM, or what was formerly known as the rave scene, like that had actually never really gone away. I mean, if you look at it, the Electric Daisy Carnivals, the Nocturnal Wonderlands, those have been happening every single year. I think it just really, something happened with internet and social networking and festivals like Coachella and Lollapalooza and those kinds of festivals starting to have electronic artists play, that I think somehow, some way, the timing was just right and things just clicked into place, and yeah, it just blew up real big. But it was always there, you know?
It never went away.
Yeah.
It was just very small.
I mean, you know, at the end of the day for us, like we're performers and musicians, and these festivals, the stuff that's going on there is crazy. Like the sound systems are huge, and you can kill an elephant with some of these sound systems. It's so crazy now. So it's cool for us to get to go and play on these systems, whereas before, you know, we might have been on this little side stage in the middle of some festival somewhere, you know, playing our electronic music, which was, so now it's like, we feel like the art form has kind of been validated in a way, which we always drank the Kool-Aid. We were like, this is fun, this is cool. Like we were always on the, so now everyone else is like, oh yeah, that's good Kool-Aid. But you know, for us, that's also actually a fun time because it's very uncommon for someone to kind of like disappear, because it's very, right here, right now, people release singles and EPs and remixes like one a month, and we did something which is pretty uncommon in electronic music, is to like have some momentum going and stop and go away for a couple years and then come back and reinvent ourselves in a way, you know, in a way that like you know, more traditional bands might do. So it's a fun time for us because everything, you know, there's not a whole lot of a live electronic music performance right now. It's a very DJ based thing, and we come from the DJ thing, and we just wanted to try something different. And we used to all be up there playing our laptops and CDJs and vinyl, just like the one guy on stage, and we thought, hey, let's just see what happens if we collaborate and actually play electronic music. So for us creatively, it's been a fun thing to kind of be out there trying to figure out how do we actually perform this music live without instruments. So, and you know, because the stakes are high and because the megaphone is on 11, it's like, it's a really exciting time right now.